So today I was getting a front end alignment done on this 2006 Chevy Silverado crew cab, and when we were backing it out, we noticed there was some oil on the ground, but also my brake pressure was gone. Turns out there was a leak coming from the brake hose. Now I've already installed the new one, and then I stopped and figured I need to do a video for this, but it was leaking right in there, right there. So let's see if I can get a better angle. Right there, right in this spot right here next to the metal was leaking. So every time you put your foot on the brake, it would squirt brake fluid everywhere. As you can see, my truck is nice and shiny right now. But anyway, I had to go to my parts store. In my case, it's Advanced Auto, and had to get a new brake hose, which is this one right here. I'll put it down in the list, in the description also. And so this is actually a fairly easy procedure to do. I thought it was going to actually be complicated, but it wasn't. First thing what you have to do is, well, actually the first thing you have to do is open up the filler cap and put brake fluid in there and keep it open. Now you're going to overfill it, because what will happen is when you take off the line, you may end up having some brake fluid drip out, but also you're going to end up having to bleed it and get the air out too. So this one right here is an 11 millimeter, get it the right way, 11 millimeter socket or a wrench. So you unscrew this one right here, unscrew it, and then there's a washer between this bolt washer combination. Is a washer right there, and then when you take it off, there's a washer behind this. You actually get that in the package when you get your new hose, so you're going to replace those two washers. So once you take this off, on the new one you'll put a washer, then you'll put the screw through, and then you'll put another washer on the other end, and then you'll put it back on there and screw it back on with an 11 millimeter. All right, once you do that, you can go over to here. Let's see if we can get a good view of this. This bolt right here is, for the one that I'm using, is a 9/16. Hope you can see that, 9/16. Yep. Or they say it's a 14 millimeter, but I don't have a 14 millimeter, or at least mine didn't fit, and 15 was way too big, but 9/16 was right on. So I would suggest you get a 9/16 wrench, and then you slightly undo this nut right here, not all the way, because what you want to do is you want to get a 10 mil for this one right here to get this bracket off, and then just squeeze this tab a little bit and then push it out so this line right here will come off, and then another 10 mil for this one right here to take this off. And it's like a C-shaped bracket, so you just bend it back this way to get the hose loose. Once you've actually done that, then you can actually take it off and then attach the new one, obviously in reverse order. And as you can see, I have the new one on here, but again, that's 11 mil, and this is a 10 mil also. You want to bleed it, so what you end up doing is loosening that a little bit, and if there's any brake fluid coming out, then you know it's really pushing the air out. I am not a mechanic, so bear in mind this is what I did, and so far it is working. So anyway, you put the new one back on, but before you do that, I'm gonna go back. You take this clip off, just use a screwdriver to easily pull it off, or use pliers, either way, it's a retaining clip. And then you're gonna unscrew this with the 9/16, and then you pull it down, and then you replace it by pushing it back up, put the clip on, screw that on, and you're done. So you've got 9/16 right here, a clip right there, 10 mil bolt right here, 10 mil bolt right here, pliers or your fingers to squeeze that, to pull that out, snap it back in when you're done. You've got 10 mil right here to bleed, and then 11 mil right here to take this end off right here. That's really it. So once you do that, obviously, just like anytime you change your brakes, you put your foot down, get that tension on the brake pedal, and just check to make sure there's no leaks anywhere, and then you're done. So hopefully that will help somebody. Again, this is a 2006 Chevy Silverado crew cab, and the whole length of time to get this done was 30 minutes, and that was because I was just going slow, make sure I was doing everything right and not over tightening anything, and just making sure I got it done correctly. Because when I had no brake pressure, and I'm glad I was where I was to get it, to discover the problem, because if I was on the road and put my foot down on the brake pedal, I would have rear-ended somebody, guaranteed. So I'm glad I found out the problem, and it was an easy fix for me to do myself. All right, hopefully that helps anyone out there. But I think most of the Chevy vehicles are pretty much the same. I can't really speak to that. I'm just saying it might be the case. But hopefully it helps you or helps someone else. All right, thank you.